Welcome to Aging with Confidence. My name is Bob Smith. I am the owner and founder of Scottsdale Financial Group. Aging with Confidence was created to be a resource to you, the consumer, on any question that you would have about long-term care insurance. We have a website. It's ltcedu.com, and in that website we have an education center that addresses any and every question that you would have about long-term care insurance. Each video addresses one question, and we deliver an answer to your question in a very short video in a simple street-level response. So we think our education center will be a great resource to you and your family if long-term care insurance is interesting. So the question that I'm going to address today is, when you think about retirement planning and you get to our age, my age, your age, and we've worked our whole life to save dollars in our retirement plan, in our investment portfolio, we've paid down debt, and we're at that point where we're thinking about, can I retire? The question that we're going to address is, what is the biggest risk to your retirement plan? And I would have answered that question many years ago. It would be market volatility. It would be interest rates. It would be choosing the wrong portfolio. Those are the risks that I would have associated with my retirement plan that I needed to be sensitive to. I've been doing this for 37 years, and I've worked with clients that we started back when they were in their 30s and now they're in their 60s. So I'm dealing with a lot of people that have saved over time, me included, and they've created a very nice retirement plan. And again, they've paid down a lot of their debt. And they're at a point in their life where it's not so much about growing assets, it's about protecting what they've accumulated. And again, I'm in that exact same situation. And over time, I have been able to actually experience and see what is the greatest risk to your retirement plan. And I have found out, humbly, that it's not market volatility, it's not interest rates, it's not choosing the wrong portfolio, even though those could be a problem. But the greatest risk to our retirement strategy is a long-term care expense. And I deal with clients every day. That 30-year-old that did retirement planning, who is now 60, 65 years old, they've saved everything that they can save. They're ready to retire. So where's the risk? Most of us have restructured our portfolio so we don't have a lot of market risk or a lot of interest rate risk, and we've paid down our debt. So what's my risk? So here's a risk that I see every day that I hope you will take into consideration. And that is, as we get older, there's a 70% chance, if you're 65 years of age or older, that you're going to have a long-term care challenge. And on the average in the state of Arizona, that expense could be $7,000, $8,000, $9,000, $10,000 a month. So when you think about that money that you've saved and the amount of income that you're going to be able to budget to maintain lifestyle for the rest of your life, would a $7,000, $8,000, $9,000, $10,000 brand new expense that pops up to provide for your spouse for long-term care or for yourself, what will that do to your portfolio? Again, I see this every day. I have clients that call me that have just been diagnosed with dementia, Alzheimer, cognitive issues, cancer, you name it. And all of a sudden, everything changes. We have to reevaluate their retirement strategy because we have this new big expense that we didn't plan for. So over the years, I measure risk. That's what I do. Our firm tries to provide risk protection plans for our clients. And I have found, both personally and professionally, the greatest risk we face is a long-term care expense that we're not prepared for. So how do you protect that? The best strategy that I have seen, that I have done for myself personally, is to purchase a long-term care insurance policy. If you're in your late 50s, early, mid 60s, from an expense point of view, those policies are not that expensive. and the benefit that they would provide to you, $8,000, $9,000, $10,000 a month, that benefit comes to you tax-free. Also in those long-term care plans, most of them, or many of the better ones, offer concierge services. So you have assistance when it comes to being the caregiver for the person that has the long-term care exposure. So long-term care can be the biggest challenge that you will face when it comes to your retirement years. And we want to be a resource to you. So we created Aging with Confidence. We have a website, again, ltcedu.com. In that website is an education center, and we address every question that you could have about long-term care insurance. We show you ideas, we show you opportunities, and I would just highly encourage you to think about your family. Have you seen a long-term care challenge just in your family? I've seen it with my grandmother, I've seen it with my parents, and I've seen it what the cost is. I've seen what kind of time you have to commit to be a caregiver. And if you have long-term care insurance, that becomes your solution to deal with that challenge. And I would, again, highly encourage you, think about the risk to your retirement strategy and consider long-term care to be a huge risk that 65 and older, there's a 70% chance you're going to have a long-term care challenge. Are you ready for that? So visit our site, take a look at our education center, give us a call. If you would like quotes, we represent the very top carriers in the marketplace. We do a phenomenal job of helping people secure long-term care insurance. So again, I would encourage you to give us a call, check out our website, and take into consideration what is the greatest risk to my retirement plan. And I would suggest to you it's long-term care. So thank you for your time. I hope you found this helpful, and take care.